Japan is a food lover's paradise. Whether you're into high-end sushi, sizzling grilled meats, or just grabbing a snack from a vending machine, trust me when I say there is something for every budget and every taste bud. With so many delicious options available, where do you even start? In today's video, I'm going to narrow it down for you guys. I've hunted down 5 must-try food experiences that you cannot leave Japan without trying. Some are iconic, some are unexpected, but all of them are worth every bite, and I made sure to make them budget friendly so absolutely anyone can enjoy these on their next trip. When you guys think of food to eat in Japan, what is the first food that comes to your mind? Don't lie, it was sushi. Duh. The food literally comes to you on the train. Fun fact, the way that I'm eating the sushi here with the wasabi and soy sauce is actually incorrect. You are supposed to pick up the sushi with your chopsticks and then dip the fish part of the sushi into the soy sauce. The more you know. And so far from what I can taste, the food and the fish is really good quality. So I chose to dine at Rio Sushi, RYO. I'm terrible with the pronunciation on that one. It had a lot of good reviews on Google and it's foreigner friendly. You order on one of these iPads, which a lot of foreign and Western countries do have. But what's different is obviously there is an English menu. Look, there is a matcha tea available, free and inclusive. How cool is that little hot water tap? And everything that you order comes out in front of you, so you don't actually pick up anything off the tray. So it's a lot more hygienic in that sense compared to traditional sushi trains in Australia and I guess other sushi trains that I've experienced. Like that beer came off literally a little zooming train. Next up is yakiniku. What is yakiniku? Yakiniku is literally just Japanese barbecue, kind of like Korean barbecue. In fact, it's very, very similar. There's a couple of differences. Technically, Korean barbecue is cooked over a grill on the table or a hot plate, and technically, yakiniku, Japanese barbecue, is over charcoal, but it's not always like that, so it doesn't really matter. One more accurate difference between the two is that Korean barbecue often uses thicker cuts of meat, but basically, if you love Korean barbecue, you're going to love yakiniku. If you've not tried either of them, but you love meat, you'll love Japanese barbecue. The flavors are so good. The meats are so tender and they melt in your mouth. Assuming you go somewhere with good reviews. Enough talking. Have a look at what yakiniku is, and hopefully I'll convince you. One of my favorite things to eat is grilled meat. You know, I love a big, thick, juicy piece of meat. Like, I'm sorry, guys, I'm a meat eater. And when in Japan or Korea, I will get the barbecue meat. In Japan, though, we call this yakiniku, which is literally the meaning of grilled meat. Yakiniku. Now, yakiniku is normally enjoyed with groups of people, but because I'm shameless, I'm a shameless bitch, I'm sitting here by myself in a yakiniku restaurant because I'm not gonna let awkwardness get in the way of my enjoyment. So I decided to get the little special omakase course menu, which was recommended. And I'm getting a variety of different cuts of meat. Apparently, some are wagyu blades. I'm going to like it regardless. There is a variety of seasonings and sauces that you get to enjoy with your meat. I personally love the sesame oil and salt and pepper mixture. So if you have a look at the table and the seating arrangement, I was here by myself. Those are the dipping sauces, by the way. And what I'm trying to say is, I highly encourage that if you're a solo traveler like myself, just go out and eat at the places you want to eat at and just enjoy yourself. Don't let these life experiences pass you by simply because you're a solo traveler. I had the best time all by myself. And look how delicious that meat looks. And you know what? No one cares. No one's looking at you. Just enjoy yourself. Now, some people might not be a fan of cooking their own meat and food. But that really doesn't bother me because you guys know I love to cook. I think the being able to cook your own food adds this level of interactiveness personally, so I quite enjoy that. Okay. It just tastes beautiful, melting in your mouth, tender meat, and the seasoning. I love yakiniku. They knew what they were doing with that A5 Wagyu brisket. That's all I'm going to say, guys. Thank you. Now, I am sure that by this point in your life, you guys have heard a lot about green tea and, in particular, matcha. So, matcha is technically just very finely ground up Japanese green tea leaves. There's a variety of things that you can do with matcha, and there's many different matcha flavored sweets, matcha lattes that are very popular at the moment. But what better place to have a pure matcha experience than, of course, Japan. So, as a matcha lover myself, I made it my mission to travel to Uji. Uji is actually a city just outside of Kyoto. I believe it was about a 30-40 minute train ride from Kyoto Station. And Uji is considered the birthplace of high quality matcha. There are many shops in Kyoto and Uji that offer premium matcha desserts, from rich parfaits to delicate wagashis and even matcha flavored dango. If you're a matcha lover, I highly recommend visiting Uji. Have you guys ever heard of matcha beer? Well, neither have I, so let's give it a try together. A very faint taste of matcha. I can definitely taste the beer, which is nice. There is mochi here, which is going to get dipped into the matcha here. And this is some matcha flavored jelly. That is freshly grilled. One of my favorite things to eat in Japan, which I ate almost every day, was either mochi or dango. They're both made out of glutinous rice flour, and here in Uji, they were even tea flavored. I was honestly spoilt for choice. They were absolutely delicious. There was green tea and matcha and sencha to be found everywhere in Uji. It is truly a matcha and green tea lover's paradise. Now, if you guys use social media, which you obviously do if you're watching this video, you may have actually come across or heard of Gyukatsu Motomura. And if the name doesn't sound familiar, maybe this little snippet might refresh your memory. Some people say it's a little bit of a tourist trap, but you know what? I am a tourist, or I was a tourist, and you kind of have to try at least a small handful of tourist traps because they're just in your face the whole time. You just want to see, like, is it worth it or not? Gyukatsu Motomura is a popular chain restaurant in Japan renowned for its gyukatsu. Gyukatsu is a breaded and deep fried beef cutlet, and at this establishment in particular, the gyukatsu is served rare, accompanied by a personal hot stone grill, allowing diners to finish cooking the beef to their preferred level of doneness. And is it a tourist trap? Yeah, maybe. But here's the thing. This is a video about foods that are affordable and cheap that I recommend that you should try if you're visiting Japan. And look, what's one meal? I am a very critical person at times, but I will say I did rate it and I do recommend it. So it's Luna approved. Go try that gyukatsu. Just try it. And with all my previous videos talking about my obsession with Japanese vending machines, this video would not be complete without me suggesting that yes, when you visit Japan, please try just eat something out of a vending machine. The quirkier the better. Like, it's just one of those things I feel that you kind of have to do when you go there. You can get sandwiches, you can get fresh noodles, you can also try some creamy strawberry sponge cake. You guys, There is a cake vending machine. We have strawberry sponge cake, tiramisu, fresh whipped cream chiffon cake in a can. I'm going to get the fresh whipped cream strawberry sponge cake because that one is apparently number one. So the audio cut out here, but how cute. It literally came out of a vending machine just like that. So cute. I can't believe it that this came from vending machine. God, I love Japan. It's so fresh. It's like someone's in there stocking that up. There's cake in here too. This is really good. The final food or meal that you need to try in Japan is actually kind of completely up to you. At one of these venues, you're going to go to a convenience store. Seriously, they're on like every corner. They're everywhere. You've got 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson. But trust me when I say get a meal at a convenience store in Japan and just sit down and eat it. The food in Japanese convenience stores is so much more advanced than what we have in Western countries, in my opinion. They have freshly stocked food that you can heat up. They have hot food that's already hot. Iconic sandwiches that are viral and famous on TikTok and Instagram, and my personal favorite, onigiri. Another positive is the foods are very affordable. And yeah, sometimes you don't want to be going out to a restaurant or going out every single night and you want to have a chill night at home, or maybe your hotel or Airbnb doesn't have breakfast. Solution, just go downstairs, walk less than 5 minutes to the closest convenience store, and you're welcome. So there you guys go. Japan is honestly a country that is packed with so much food that you have to try. And honestly, this little list that I gave you is just the beginning. Whether you're visiting for the classic, the quirky, the high end, there is always something new and interesting and extremely tasty to try. So which one of these do you think you'll be adding to your travel food itinerary if and when you go to Japan? Or maybe did I miss your favorite? Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!